I'm pretty confident in all of my designs for all of my clients, but today I have the most difficult client of all, which is my mom. Today we're at my mom's house and we are installing a nice cottagey landscape to highlight this beautiful new retaining wall that she just had done. I think I feel more pressure for this design because it's my mom, so that's one thing, but also I know how picky she is.
I'm nervous, I'll be honest. I'm nervous. Her idea about color and placement may be different than what I think or maybe like.
I have this feeling that even if I think I've gotten it right, there's gonna be a curveball thrown in and I won't have it right, but then I'll be able to pull it together in the end. Like, I think it's gonna be okay, but all of that in my head going at once just makes me a ball of stress about what's gonna happen in the end.
I'm just gonna go through the process and wait and see what happens.
My mom just had a few simple requests. Her garden needs to be low maintenance, bloom all year long, be exactly the color scheme that she wants, and also be able to survive burning hot afternoon sun. I got this. This project started out as a cinder block retaining wall that housed my parents' vegetable garden ever since I was a kid, and my mom wanted something fresh and new, so she hired a contractor to come over and knock out the old cinder block wall, pour a new, beautiful, stylized design retaining wall. Most people would have probably settled for just a plain concrete poured retaining wall, but not my mom.
I wanted something with a little architectural interest to it, and it's basically just an offset into the concrete that makes it look like picture molding all around.
She passed on that little bit of extra need for design to me, so I think that that's really a lot of what drives how I design as well. So I designed the overall layout, what plants were going into the new garden, but I had these 3 containers planned. I knew I wanted 3 containers that we would have some height happening in that garden. So we want to place those first so that we can place all the rest of our plants around them, and we'll plant the containers last, but we have to have them placed so we know where to put all the rest of the plants.
Gotcha.
Let's do the little concrete pads that are going to go under there to level them. Are you going to be able to carry these by? Let's do it together.
I put them out of your truck and down here. Come on, girl.
Mom, stop trying to be superwoman.
Listen, God made some of us sturdy for a reason.
He didn't make me sturdy.
This one looks higher too. Does it matter?
Mom,
What?
it's a hill. Moms always know just the right ways to get at you.
Is that supposed to be higher then? I can't tell. That one just looks, I guess they rise up. That's fine.
All the plants are here ready to go. So the first thing we're gonna do is to set them all out. So Mom, this one is the buddleia. It goes on the corner. All right, Addie, I think it's too heavy? You can probably get that. So a big surprise today was that as I was leaving the house, my daughter Addie decided that she wanted to come with me, which is pretty exciting because I think it's cool to have 3 generations of Cannon girls working together on one design.
I think you might be right. I got a little crazy about that color for nothing. Oh my God.
This is a landmark day, holy moly.
I admit when I'm wrong. It's just so rare it happens. Nobody ever has to hear it.
So the plant is called apricot drift rose. It's called apricot. Apricot does have an orangey color to it, but it fades to a pink, but to my mom it absolutely looks like sherbet orange.
I still think it's orange. I do like to have certain amounts of red and in my landscape, but not orange. Orange has never been one of those things. It doesn't appear to be pink to me, but it's placed and it's going to be fine. I'm fine.
Okay. I'm gonna call it a win. The fact that she's even keel about it, win. So guess what? I got them on clearance.
I am talking about the cemetery rack. Is that it?
Yes. The cemetery rack is very famous in our family. I think my mom probably made up that term, but it's that rack at the very back side of a box store garden center that has all of the half-dead plants, or even sometimes ones that they just have extra that have taken off the truck and they move immediately to the cemetery rack, and they're always discounted or clearance.
They usually take a plant that's $5, mark it down to $1, sometimes, you know, like $2 down 25 cents. I'm all over that.
I got this entire bundle for $3. I got each one of these for $1 and they were originally $5. A lot of times we'll design our whole gardens around what is available in the cemetery rack, so I was happy that we were able to include some of those plants in today's design. So now you've been a client.
It's the worst end to be on.
Oh, please, my end's way worse. Are you kidding me? I was very stressed, yes.
Did I stress you out?
Mom, I have sores in my mouth. I can't eat. The nice thing about having my mom as a client is that I can kind of blow off a little steam to the client, which I wouldn't normally do. You're the worst client on earth.
Well, we're in the same pocket, aren't we? Oh my God.
So let's agree to never do this again?
We have. Oh, I was thinking I had this little spot.
No. No. It went both ways. We were both blowing off steam toward each other because we felt that comfort level that you could do that.
$1 a piece. No, I'm not digging out roots here. If there's a root in here, it's staying. Oh, your dad did say that the electrical
yeah, let's
service
not run
comes
into
up
any
in
kind
here?
of electrical. We definitely had
Yes.
them locate the lines.
Yes.
If you call 811, they will come and mark your electrical lines, your gas lines, and other really important utilities so that when you go dig a new garden, you don't hit anything and cut off your electricity, injure yourself, or cut off your neighborhood electricity.
One time we didn't do that and lost service in our house.
So make sure you call 811 before you have to call 911. Now we're going to install the plants, and each one of these plants I chose because it added something a little different to the garden, either a color or a texture. Specifically these drift roses, which are two different colors. We have the beautiful pale yellow color, which is something my dad really loves, and that apricot color, which has got a little bit of a tinge of pink, which I think is going to flow well with the other colors that we planted in this design, which are the lavender blue, those bright pops of magenta, and then we've got chartreuse green, and even a little bit of maroon on the corners. All together, each one of these pieces are going to kind of look like it's just overflowing out of the garden. Mom and Addie are adding soil to the containers first. Then we're gonna put in the evergreen shrub that's right in the middle. I pull up, you pull down. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Pull.
So I am pulling. Next, we're adding the seasonal color around the edges. Just gonna sit them right on top and then just fill in. And then finally, we're going to put in that really nice creeping Jenny, which is gonna fall down the sides of the container and give it that really beautiful cottage look that my mom's going for. We've got a full spectrum of colors happening in this garden, tons of height and texture, but in the end, it's something that can last in the hot afternoon sun, but it's also easy to maintain.
I do love it. I think it's something that I can work with, I can work around, I can pull the seasonal color in and out depending on what time of the year it is. I believe it's a plan that I'm going to be able to enjoy and use for years to come.
I made it a little more symmetrical, which is always easier to maintain. So even though she wanted the look of cottagey, I think she needed the maintenance of a Catherine Ahrensburg design.
It's not often that a parent gets to work with their child in the venue that they choose to do for a living, but I was able to do that today and I enjoyed it. I'm glad we did it, and I think we'll be friends for a while. I wish every parent had the opportunity to work with their children in the same capacity.
Oh my God! Don't film this.
I get better looking each day.
Would you work, woman?
I probably can't die for 40 more years because I have so much to say. I'm still behind on things I should have said.
People have joy from helping.
He didn't look like he was going to get any joy from anything. We're going to edit this out, right?